An elf sweats. She slides one of the drinks towards you.
And that's.
Her eyes go wide with panic.
The fog came over 'em all. All of 'em. And they never came out. Everyone I know is dead. Excuse me.
Not of shiny trinkets. Throw them in a hole. They know the path.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Her eyes soften.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for an elf, but all the more impressive. You and my Niles might even get along. What brings you to Driftwood, darling? Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him. You come into my house and sling around such a disgusting lie. You beastly thing! I abase myself serving an elf, and you reward me with that filth? Stay away from my bar, you hear? This is a civilized establishment.
See the cook's stew, friendo.
Hey, Broody. Nova.
The cook acknowledges you with a graceful little bow, but keeps her eyes on you the whole time.
There's nothing here for you, brother. You should go back out front, where it's safe. There are other elves, ones who aren't working and have time to talk.
The cook's hand moves behind her back. Hadn't there been a knife on the table a moment before?
I find dignity in other ways. Those who gorge themselves out there call us savages, but I know differently. Now, please.
Keeping one hand behind her back, she gestures to the door with the other.
Here, my special stew just for my elven kin. Take it with my compliments. Now I really must get back to my work.
Dear Lucian, be glad you don't have to witness this.
The spirit of a magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
My ring! Where's my ring?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly, morbidly entranced.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
The spirit stares, absorbing your question. Finally, she points her fingerless hand towards the kitchen. The spirit's lips part, trying to form an answer, but it doesn't come. She
Rise together!
Hey, Broody. Nova.
You've got enough in front of you, elf.
What's up, Chief?
Broody. Nova.
You've got enough in front of you.
What's this? I found something. This ring. It bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
Flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures
Hey,
past.
Broody. Nova.
same as before.
The ring. It was right here, on my finger.
Something shakes the Magister's ghost from her stupor. Her gaze falls on the ring and brightens.
My ring.
Your words take a long moment to sink in.
Return it. Home to my brethren.
The spirit smiles at you. If it weren't for the circumstances, it'd be almost heartwarming.
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging anyone up?
I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this. I'm merely catering to our sensibilities. A stew of animal meat would be an assault on our senses, enough to turn the stomach. A ghost? Pedal. Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this. Sharp knives, boiling liquids, short tempers. Don't underestimate the dangers here.
She grabs the ring and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
You should have just kept out of this.
She gives you a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
The cook shakes her head.
You should have just forgotten about all of this. Death fog's got nothing on me.
What?
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms. Your vision blurs with tears. You look away to a raised valley below. Tendrils of death fog dissipate, revealing a victorious Divine Order army advancing. Humans, magisters, murderers.
I think I would have been okay with you just killing the magisters, but not like cooking them. That's where I think you fucking crossed the line there.
Fill up on tales lived by cultures.
You've got nothing to hide. They got nothing to
Curiosity kills the cat.
The town is poor, but this...
A weathered woman in a dead...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker. On the bottom in the rocky shallows. And all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. The bell haunts me yet, and it would drive me mad.
You got that right.
Perhaps Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear I hear the bells.
She buries her head in her...
Make it.
Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
Gets a sense of Fort Joy.
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip curled in a malevolent grin, his eyes wide with hate, and all the time he rings his bell. He registers your presence. His head swivels towards you.
Spoke to the lady captain, didn't you? I seen you, elf, cozying up. Are you with her, or sail you with us? I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell. Rocks ahead, Captain. There's no lighthouse here. Rocks ahead! Ha 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 ha!
His lip curls over his blackened teeth, and with his smile, you know...
Rocks ahead, Captain! Avast! Hard a port! Ha! Rocks ahead!
The bell rings.
Ugh.
The ghostly seaman rings it.
Captain Abelweather.
He turns back to...
Rocks ahead!
The bell rings.
Still rings. Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain.
Are you her, woman, or sail you with us? Then you won't sail with her. She ran the ship upon the rocks, although I rang the bell. That light weren't no lighthouse. I rang the bell in warning, and she ran the ship upon the rocks. You ran the ship upon the rocks, Captain, and all the crew were drowned. I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the...
His lip curls over his blackened...
Rocks ahead!
The bell...
Oh, man.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
Gets a sense of Fort Joy.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
Okay.
My ears are ringing, but the infernal bell is gone.
You've got a pick and you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Shit.
Can't be too careful, you know. If they can get Alexander, they can get
My ears are ringing, but the infernal bell is
You're
gone.
right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
The spirit of an emaciated prisoner is staring down at his own corpse. He shakes his head and lets out an exasperated sigh.
Of all the stupid ways to go. Oh, it was a stupid bloody accident. I dosed myself with some poison to make it look like I was half dead. I figured they'd take me to see a healer and I'd have a chance to escape. I must have taken too much of the stuff though. Wound up fully dead instead of half dead. Those bastards haven't even moved me body.
The spirit scowls at you.
I did nothing. Or I didn't do what they accused me of, at least. A miscarriage of justice is what this is. Looks like you're in the right place then, doesn't it?
Damn it.
You won't be so fast to judge me after you've rotted.
The spirit of...
Of all the stupid... As it so happens, I do.
The spirit points to a slight mound of loosened earth nearby.
A while back, I realised the ground just there was soft enough. The only problem was that I didn't have the right gear to dig all the way down. I wasted months trying to dig a tunnel with a bloody spoon. You look like a resourceful type, though. If you can find or make something to use as a shovel, then this might be your ticket to freedom.
I don't have the right tool for digging.
Where's my stuff at? I have my gear, but no weapon. What?
Nah.
I've spotted something. This ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
The spirit of a man.
My ring.
The spirit pivots this to the studies, and the spirit smiles at you. The cook acknowledges.
There's nothing here for you, brother. You should go back out for... There are other elves.
The briefest hint.
Some wood. Here. Now I really must get back. Please, I must insist.
She grabs the...
You should have just kept out of this. Pay for what... Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their...
The cook shakes her...
You should have just forgotten.
The spirit of a man.
Mud?
The spirit. The spirit.
What's this? I found something. This ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
Come on, let's keep moving.
The cook acknowledged.
There's nothing here for you, brother. There are other elves. Ones who...
The briefest hints.
Some wouldn't see any luck here. Some would. But I hear my special... Now I really must get back to my work. Please, I must
She grabs.
You should have just kept...
She gives.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse.
The cook
You should have just...
Fuck, should I burn this whole place down?
A lifeless elven child to a raised. The spirit of Wivlia glares at you with.
Cooking notes. Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Same as before.
The ring. It was right here, on my finger.
Something shakes and brightens.
My ring.
Your words to
Return it.
the spirits.
Curiosity kills the
The
cat.
town is
or
poor.
gets it sent to
This
Fort Joy.
room is rich.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
A weathered woman.
The bell ring. The ship is in, and yet perhaps
She buries her.
make it.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Ahead, Captain. Do you hear me?
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells ringing?
I think Alexander.
I heard the sound, the sick sound of swords from over here.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells ringing?
How the fuck do you hear the sound of source? Like, what the fuck?
The bell still rings. Do you hear it?
Take the wheel, Captain. Take the wheel.
The spirit of an.
Of all this. As it so happened,
The spirit point.
a while back, the only problem, you look like a resourceful type, though.
gotta save it before I do that. Because I keep making the same goddamn mistake.
The spirit, the spirit.
I've spotted something. This ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
Give me your
cook
goddamn
acknowledged-
stew.
There's nothing here for you, brother. Here. Now I really must get back to... Please, I must insist...
She gives you a defiant.
Magisters are a blight.
The cook shakes.
You should have just...
Sir Laura, are you fucking retarded? If I said close the goddamn door.
The cook acknowledges.
There's nothing here for you, brother.
Give me some stew.
Now I really... Please.
She grabs the.
You should have just kept out of this. Pay for... Magisters are a blight.
The cook.
You should have just...
So Laura, you're pissing me off.
The cook acknowledges.
There's nothing here for you, brother. Here. Now I really... Please.
She grabs the.
You should have just kept out. All right.
She reaches underneath a table.
Why is that necrofire?
Cooking notes.
lifeless elven to a...
I feel bad for you, but save it.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then yeah, what do you want?
The town is poor, but this room is
Got a pick and you can
rich.
trust.
Who rings the bell?
You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Take the wheel, Captain! Take the wheel!
If I can get Alexander, then
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Rocks ahead, Captain! You hear me?
My ears are ringing, but the infernal bell is gone.
She stares off into the distance at some...
Huh?
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful. If I can get Alexander.
Take the wheel, Captain! Take the wheel!
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Rocks ahead, Captain! You hear me?
Hello?
You got that right, Hilka.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know. If I can get Alexander.
Okay.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. The ship is in the... And yet, perhaps, I am already mad.
She buries...
Make it...
A ghostly seaman...
Spoke to the lady, Captain, didn't you? I seen you, elf. Then you won't sail with her. You ran the ship upon the... I'm doing my duty here, I am. I'm the lookout, and I'm ringing the bell. Rocks ahead, Captain. There's no lighthouse here. Rocks!
His lip curls over his blackened teeth, and with his smile, you know you've lost the argument.
I can actually do that one. Just gotta put on my halcyon. Chain.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Who rings the bell?
And you can't be too careful, you know. If I can get Alexander.
A weathered woman...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the lock. And yet... Can you... Perhaps...
She buries her...
Make it...
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing? Rocks ahead, Captain.
The goddamn squirrel keeps opening the goddamn doors.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
The bell still rings. Do you hear
And
it?
you can't be too
Do you hear
careful,
it?
you know? If they can get Alexander, they won't get any of us.
You're right
A
about
weathered
that.
woman,
The ship and perhaps
she'd buried.
make. The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn.
Hard a port. Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
A ghostly
Spoke to the lady captain, didn't you? Then you what? You ran the ship upon the... I'm doing my duty. But I'm on duty here. There are rocks ahead and the captain must know it.
He blinks once, twice. A single salty tear drips from one ghostly eye. The bell falls silent. He raises a finger to his temple in salute and fades away. She babbles breathlessly on, barely aware you're there.
My ears are still a ringing. And I have you to thank for it? Then thank you, I surely do. That accursed bell lies with the Peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. My compass lies there too. The compass surely lies on the bottom, near where the ship was wrecked. Take it with my blessing, if you can find it. Let me mark your chart. But you be warned. Stay off the wreck itself. Let her lie as a monument to her dead crew, and as testament to my mistake.
She goes white as the proverbial ghost.
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Far as anyone's concerned, we sailed with an empty hold, and if there's anything left to salvage, you leave it where it is. Heed me.
I can see a sorcerer
Leave the
from a
cargo
mile
of the
away.
Peacemaker alone.
She turns away.
And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Okay.
See this uniform? That makes me and Tatcha here magisters, not waiters. Get me? Good. Now, tell you what, to make up for your little social blunder, you can help. Tatcha here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the brightest.
Tatcha grins hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards, and Tatcha here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
They look at you expectantly. Tatcha bursts out laughing. Eden goes bright red.
Get lost before I throw you in a cell for disrespecting a magister. Two magisters. The magisters.
Tatcha doesn't look disrespected. Tatcha looks amused.
Disrespecting one magister's enough. Go on. Get lost.
She turns back to her drink.
I can see a sorcerer
Of course
from a
it's
mile
not
away.
true.
And you can't be too careful, you know?
Smile all
If they
you
can get
want.
Alexander,
I'm not
they
in
can
love
get
with
any
you.
of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
She stares off into the...
What?
She stares off into the distance at some...
Oh, she doesn't turn around.
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
Oh, because she's not in
She
conversation.
stares off into the distance.
tide turns, I have no
Of course it's
compass.
not true.
Let these scribblings bring my choppy thoughts to
Smile,
leeward.
all you want.
The
I'm not
compass
in
lies
love
in the
with
rocky
you.
shallows with the Peacemaker and her dead crew. The bell rings a warning yet, though the wreck be many miles from here. Over the bliffs and bluffs, a small inlet in the shadow of a keep with rocky shallows afore the beach and a drought too low for us.
You've got to
I
be
walk the
careful,
woods to make it back to
Traps.
port. Through the fearful forest with their harrowed screaming and their racking pain. I almost thanked the bell, though it drove
And
me
I'm
all
fine.
insane for
You
blocking
can
out the
trust
night.
me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Peacemaker lies wrecked along the coast,
can't
another
be
one
too
for the Reaper. The
careful,
tide
you know?
turns, and I without
If
my
I can get
compass.
Alexander.
God's bless this
Of
infernal
course
bell.
it's not true.
Interesting.
You're right about that. Right as rain, he'll go.
Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you. Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
Okay, well, she's not.
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
It's a shame, it is.
An absolute shame.
Alexander, slaughtered like a supper lamb. Poor dear.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. Never thought I'd say this. I hope they round up them.
You said it, he'll...
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
Got a picture of the trap. And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
The chest won't open.
Speak the word, and I shall open. Good choice.
Am I out of lockpicks?
Not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
It must be. Let's see. Combine. Recipes.
Of course it's not true.
Objects. Lockpicks.
I'm not in love with you. Of course it's not true.
Guarded day and night. Yes, of course. Of course, my lord.
My lord, I'm not in love with you.
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see.
You've got a pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Helga. You've got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. Sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know. They can get Alexander away.
Of course it's not true.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Helga.
My lord, I'm not in love with you. Of course it's not true.
Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? Ah, so it's dear Prudence who's responsible for our confusion. Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Travels, you say? And why would you assume I'm a traveling man?
He laughs.
Of all things, I wouldn't have thought my cloak would give me away, but you're quite right, of course. I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon. A celebration. I go because it is every citizen's duty. That said, I do have more secular. As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the year. Of course they are. I'm a wealthy man, as you know. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always.
Careful.
My lord, I'm not in love with you.
Interesting.
What the devil are you staring at?
Your beard, my lord. It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Yes, my lord.
You've got a pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Helga. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me.
What the hell?
Sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, I can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilga.
Why do you shiver, sir? This room is temperate enough, is it not?
Quite so, my lord. Quite so.
Spook. Pull yourself together, man. Or should I check the cupboards for ogres?
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, I can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilga.
Okay.
He gives you the slightest nod of acknowledgement.
What'll it be?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to serving me other customers, and I wish you a good, if boring, appetite. I'm sorry, it's not about the money. Really, you insult me now. This is about fellowship, about a shared world view amongst devotees of strange and exhilarating experience.
A smile spreads across his face. He holds out his hand.
That's good to know, Bryce. Hmm.
They know the past, so future.
Tell me, right, you got nothing to hide, they got nothing to
They rise together.
You're good with the Magisters caging
Chasing
anyone
off
up
the
that looks at
darkness with the light.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole
Hey,
for all I care. It's the
Rudy.
greater good.
Nova.
I don't think you know even a small bit if it bit you on the arse.
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets.
If they got nothing to hide,
They
they got
know the
nothing.
past, so future may be bright.
Yeah, you're good with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at
They
the
rise together.
Damn
Chasing
right.
off the
I got a right to
darkness
live,
with the
don't I?
light.
Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind.
Tell him, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing.
Not of shiny trinkets.
Yeah, you're
They
good
know
with
the
the
past,
caging
so
anyone up that
future may be bright.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think
Chasing telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
That's the wisdom of the ages. Yeah? You're good with the magisters caging anyone up.
Flesh and bone both left behind. Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I?
Fill up on tails,
in a hole
like vultures pass.
It's the great good.
A feast not for the belly, but
Like the smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets. They know the past, so future may be bright. Unthreatened by the void, they rise together, chasing off the darkness with the light. An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
A feast not for the belly, but
Caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Down, will you?
a wealth of knowledge,
Damn
not
right.
of
I
shiny
got a right to live,
trinkets.
don't I? Throw 'em in a hole for all I
They
care.
know
It's
the
the
past,
great good.
so future may be bright.
I don't think you know even a
Threatened
smaller
by the
good if it bit
void,
you on the
they
arse.
rise together, chasing off the darkness with the light. An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales
Hey,
left by cultures
Rudy.
past.
Nova.
A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets.
I'm telling
They
you,
know the
if they got
past,
nothing to
so
hide, they
future
got
may
nothing
be
to be
bright.
scared of.
But threatened by the
You're good
void,
with the
they
magisters caging
rise
anyone up that
together,
looks at them funny.
chasing off the
Damn right.
darkness
I
with
got
the
a right
light.
to live, don't I? Throw 'em in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets. They know the past, so future may be bright. But threatened by the void, they rise together, chasing off the darkness with the light.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah? You're good with the magisters caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw 'em in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the
Rudy.
arse.
An elf
Nova.
connects the wisdom of the ages.
You've got enough in front of you, elf.
Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth of knowledge, not of shiny trinkets. They know the past, so future may be
Tell
bright.
you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
They rise together,
Yeah? You're good
chasing
with the
off the
magisters
darkness
caging
with
anyone
the
up
light.
that looks at them funny.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw 'em in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
I don't think you know even a smaller
Rudy.
good if it bit you on the
Nova.
arse.
Dear Lucian, you glad you don't have to witness this sudden elf?
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Learn from flesh and bone both left behind. Fill up on tales lived by cultures past. A feast not for the belly, but the mind. A wealth
to hide? They got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah?
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. Damn right. Flesh and bone both left behind.
He gives you the slightest nod.
What'll it be?
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
They know the past, so future may be bright.
I'm sorry, I mistook you for a different kind of person. My mistake. I shall return to... I'm sorry. Really, you
A smile spreads across...
Now we're speaking the same language. So, let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others? Well, I'm sure that in your own case, that sentiment is almost true. But no, let me tell you the truth of the matter. My friend, the very best lovers are, whisper it, lizards. And for a barely significant sum of gold, I can introduce you to the price, I'm afraid, is not negotiable. And believe me, the
money vanishes.
Now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is Zara.
He gives you a mischievous...
An elf connects the wisdom of the ages. I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Nova.
Fill up on tales.
You'll deal with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at...
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
What on earth is that noise?
That would be my...
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. She fixes you with a sultry look, and when she speaks, it's like listening to honeyed smoke.
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to... water my flowers?
She purses her lips, tuts, tut tut tut.
Not so fast, hotshot. These things take time. If you're not in the mood for games, would you like me to dance for you? Or would you like to hear a poem?
She comes to you, drapes her arms around your neck, lays her head upon your shoulders, whispers,
"Take me."
She smiles, takes you by one manicured hand, with the other she strokes your cheek, traces a line down your neck to your collarbone and your clothes. Slowly she undresses you, then takes you to bed. Your world explodes. In ecstasy.
Good morning, birds.
Good morning, Gil. Hey, this is my lover. Lover, this is my friend Gil.
Your gear is out of reach.
I'm sorry, darling. It's a setup. You paid for a trip to paradise. Now you're paying for the return journey.
To wit, we're taking all your stuff. If you want it back, you can take it up with Lohar. Reckon that's for you to figure out.
She gives you a pity pout.
I'm sorry, darling, but business is business.
And time is money. So if we're all clear on what's happening here, we'll be leaving with your stuff. We thank you for your cooperation. Be seeing you next time, Z.
Bye, Gil. Oh, look at you, lover. You're like a baby deer who's lost its mum. Are you going to be predictable now and try to kill me? Ah, that is a shame.
Her expression hardens. She...
All right then, lover.
Come on, let's keep moving. What, this old gaggle of weirdos? Well, I think And if we...
Of course it's not true. Smile all you want. I'm not in love with you.
He gives you his mischievous grin.
I did promise you the experience of a lifetime. That's not how it works, my friend. You had the time of your life, and then...
He gives you a look, searching to see if you mean it. Seems to decide that you do.
They have me over a barrel. They do. I don't have a choice. It's hard enough to earn a crust around here, and me and the young...
He contrives to look even more...
Oh, hell, I can't keep a straight face. You're right, there's no young'un. It's an easy way to make a little extra money. Lift a finger towards me, and this whole room will run...
He looks about him, gulps.
All right. Your gear is downstairs. Talk to Lohar. For the love of gods, don't mention my name.
You shape to attack. He's...
You're good with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Hold it. Papa no, you no go.
He grins.
Loha didn't tell me to let anyone of your description in, so why should I?
He grabs your hand eagerly and laughs as you execute the finicky ending maneuver with much panache.
You're the right sort for downstairs and no mistake. On you go, on in.
What's this? I found something.
I need to dig here.
Look at that. A fresh face.
What do you want? Boss is busy. Good. Listen up.
We don't want to hurt you, Marla.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla.
He lifts his...
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slaps...
Enough! Do you know they killed Anna? Do ya? Start talking... Bart, Kate...
His sneer travels...
And you. You better have a damn good read. Brave lad. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
I heard rumour Maudus is working for the Order. What say you?
You came in.
He winces loudly and holds a hand to the bandage on his side. The large red spot in its center...
The best of the best. Lucky for me, she... So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy? Why not? Here's one I heard lately. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all. That's so.
He leans back and narrows...
You know, the Order's been going on about Godwoken, so if you are who you say you are, what's the point of you? Ah, I could help you. But last I heard, you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the... What a luck. See if it's got a knife. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me. Everything costs something round here.
He gestures.
Had a bit of family. That ain't like mine. Wouldn't you know it? The guy's name is Maudus. I sent a few guys to... I'd like a word with the guy. That'd be up to him, wouldn't it? No one's seen him in a good... Tell him I sent you, and they'll let you know what they... One more thing. If there's something here, good luck. Better get out there before, right? I needed a laugh. Sorry, bub. That's the price of a night with Big Z. I don't make exceptions. That's right. Lost one of my best lads, Anhar. Didn't get Jalia's body back, though. Maybe one of them beasts took her like they did the sorcerers. That's... well, I reckon that's good news. Poor thing. She'll be back in time. She and Anhar, but we will, once the Reds turn down the alarm a bit. They're jumpy as all hell for the moment. Whatever needs doing. Isn't that obvious?
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
You're one of us. How could you do it?
Better get out there before Maldus makes it all up, all right? I needed a laugh. I don't make exceptions.
Working for the Order. What say you? Step off, let's...
Leave me be, elf.
The battered dwarf
Working for the DO, I bet.
Tell the truth now.
You ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
Further come, and I'll knock the head in. Doing what are you here? Not to be worth it. Caretaking! My Nomans get a hot head if you danger make their treasures. Go easy.
Bag for ya.
Isn't it time for another snap? She can holler all she likes.
Look out!
was he that sent you?
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
You're making this much harder than it needs to be.
I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
Better get out there before all right? I needed a laugh. Sorry, bub. That's the price of a night with Big Zed. I don't make exceptions.
We ain't gonna keep you around much longer.
What's got into you?
Tell the truth now. Who was he that sent you?
Gives a dwarf.
Hail, darling.
She draws close. You.
Oh, yes. I have some. Are you worthy of my gift? Indeed, this is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, tell me, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? I can't. Not yet. First, you must gaze into...
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and fuzzy images. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Yes. It is immortal. In return, a kiss.
Dorothea sighs, a fusion of...
For me to help you, our souls must touch, and a kiss brings our most delicious.
Dorothea sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower...
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy.
You draw closer and close, yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider. Her fang painlessly sinks into your neck. You still hear her words.
I can't give you endless life. Instead, take this phoenix idol. Keep it on you. Should you die, the idol will resurrect you. You can cheat death once this way. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment. Oh, honey, you look so nonplussed. It was just a nibble, not a mist of death fog.
She kisses her forefinger, then...
Now go. Hail. What a...
She draws close. You feel...
Oh, yes. Are you worthy of my gift? Indeed. This is Are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire? Oh, I see your ache. I can weave some... Yet we all have a need dwelling within us. Gaze into the...
She flashes her ring at you. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
Interesting. Los can't get the idol as well?
Yes. You desire wealth. I will fulfill a kiss. Most
Dorothea sees you and heaves a shudder.
Darling!
You draw, yet her lips do not... Her fang, painless...
You wanted riches. How... We part ways now. I'll... remember... My girl, I am exactly as I seem.
She kisses her forefinger.
Now go.
$6,000 gold. Okay. For what? To the Constitution. level 11. I guess I can wait on that. Why is Sir Lawyer at level 12?
I can't offer you more. May the memory of our kiss remain.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie, and you, oh! But I know you, don't I? I have seen you in the night, the awoken one, hounded by dying gods. Just a dream, of course, just...
Are you? No, you aren't.
Mercy.
Smoke billows from this strange contraption. It's adorned with hoses, levers and slots.
Quite a beauty, ain't she, Governor? Let me tell you how she rolls. First, you come to me and you buy yourself some Drudnay. That's always step one. Next, you put some now. All you gotta do is suckle the right mouthpiece, and before... Oh, and by the by, come talk to me.
You smoke and feel a
Good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison, then? A sip? Take all the time. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor. Aye, so it is. Further down's the arena. I give them that. You could say that my darling... So, if you're interested, Governor, all you have to do is use your imagination. How can I make you bloom? I don't think I follow you there. What are you after, exactly? Any means, yes. All sounds mighty reprehensible to me, Governor. Why on earth would I do such a thing? You can say what you will, Governor, but you ain't convincing me.
I need Lore Master. I can't run home every time I need to identify fucking gear. Okay, point travel, Lady Vengeance. Talents. Attributes. I think I'll just do persuasion, I suppose, since I do most of the talking.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Oh shit, I'm an idiot. What I really went back to do was not to get fucking bartering, it was to get Lore Master. Elves have Lore Master by default, don't they? Talents, abilities. No, I'll do 2 persuasion. I can always go to 3 if I need to, I guess. There. Okay. that even get to her? I honestly don't think I need this. Chicken claw? It's actually better for her, but... Winter wears. Winter wears. Healing ritual. I like it. It's kind of a weak helmet, but she loses peace of mind. I'll save that helmet though. Into wears. Let's send to a desto. Send to a desto. Send to no. You know what? Wears. 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 Where's that I'll keep. Send to a desto. Send to a desto. Where's send to a desto. Send. Okay, cool. Okay. Alright. Auto sort. I really want to purge some of this. Okay. Objects. Runes. Bone dust. Pixie dust. Oh. Wait. Healing Tears is what I have already, right? What did she get? Healing Ritual. Okay. Nothing really. Okay. Centauros, Antawares. Centauros, Antawares. I really want to get rid of all these goddamn keys, actually. What the hell? I think I need more than one of those. Gold plate. Underwears. Oh, I don't know. Shit. Underwears. It's just worth some stuff. Clean house. Get this fucking inventory empty. I'll keep the rope. Rabbit's paw. Whoa. Shit's expensive. I didn't know that. Beer and wine. Chugging gives a 2-turn drunk buff that cranks up Lucky Charm by 2. I can't really find anything that says the toys are valuable. So, being sold. That I'll keep. Actually don't need any of those, but because I have no one dead. Jar of mind maggots. It could be bind with empty. Okay. So I'll keep the mind maggots. Keep all the essences. I only need one mortar and pestle. Sovereign's Orb. Holy hand grenade. I feel like I need a cooking pot. item.